Going on, everybody? It's your boy, that Pens fan 412, and I'm coming back at you with the second half of a back-to-back. But before we get to that, let's go ahead and talk about just a little bit of news heading into this game. First things first, Jeff Skinner has been banned for 3 games. That's 3 games, everybody. For what was, I don't like talking about things that go up for board debate on whether or not people should be banned or suspended or whatnot until the final ruling is done, right? Because as much as I love speculation, as much as I love to just, throw the oil in the fire, no. Let's just see what the people in charge of the league think, and apparently they thought that was worth a 3-game suspension or ban. I don't really know what the difference is, honestly. Does he get paid on a ban but not on a suspension? I don't get it. I don't know really. I did not do any prior research or Google anything about that. But right before the game, breaking news. Right before the game. Now, we knew Letang was at practice. I thought it was crazy. This man's at practice. He's not in a contact-free jersey. He's out there actually playing. 12 days. 12 days since having what people were deeming as a career-threatening stroke. Chris Letang is back in the lineup, starting in Pittsburgh against Buffalo. 12 days. Not even 2 weeks removed. People are saying this man is done for the season. 12 days. 12 days. No other athlete in any other professional sport can even pale in comparison to hockey players. 12 days. This man had a stroke. 12 days ago. I'm going to keep saying it. 12 days ago. And he's back out there for puck drop. Hats off to Christopher Letang. And man, did he have a little bit of an input in this game. So, starting off, first period, 4 minutes in, the Penguins are on the power play. Now, I think it's probably because Letang was in the lineup again. Everybody was playing on a different level. There was a certain energy on the ice that I haven't really seen, and it was just pushed to 10,000. It's like everybody was in Super Saiyan mode. Especially Crosby. But we'll get to that. Power play. Sidney Crosby. Now the starting goaltenders are Casey DeSmith for Pittsburgh and Yuko Luukkonen for Buffalo. Correct me if I'm wrong, Buffalo fans. I always say, because I use them in GM mode on the NHL game, I always call them like Luukkonen, my brain doesn't comprehend that many U's and K's. But this is one of those things where this goalie, this game should have been a runaway for Pittsburgh. It should have been a runaway for Pittsburgh. But this goalie, man, Buffalo, you're up and coming young goalie. This man is he was putting in work. He was putting in work. We had 4 shots, perfect shots on goal before he finally just couldn't jump back and forth fast enough to stop the last one. And that's exactly what happened in the power play. It's literally Crosby, no. Malkin, no. Raquel, back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth. And then finally Raquel puts it in the net. Just mercy goals, this guy. Him, take a break. You have been jumping back and forth for 30 consecutive seconds. Take a break, man. Please. And he almost pulled off... God, what was that goalie's name? Cam Ward. He almost pulled off a Cam Ward save on Raquel with his stick. If it was just an inch and a half higher, he would have hit it with his stick and it would have bounced out. And I would have been like, wow, Pittsburgh is always on the losing end of this. This never happens for us, but for them, for anybody. But it didn't. It went in. It's 1-0 Pittsburgh. Yay, 4 minutes in. 2 minutes later, Sidney Crosby in the offensive zone. Brian Dumoulin gets on the ice. Brian Dumoulin takes the puck. He gets it over to Jake Gensel. Jake Gensel gets it over to Crosby. And Crosby with that with that superstar backhand ability. He shoots on the backhand better than some people can shoot on their forehand. And he puts it in the back of the net, and it's 2-0 Pittsburgh. And the place is going nuts. Absolute bonanzas. There's people, like, I noticed later on in the game, but I was watching, and there were people, like, barking, like dogs, like, a very large amount of the time out there, like the fans. And I'm like, is this a thing now? I don't understand this. It's kind of annoying when you're trying to watch recaps, because all you can hear, like, they're audibly barking louder than the commentators in some degree. But that was pretty much it for the first period. There was a lot of Buffalo was meh. They were meh, right? Casey DeSmith is still just a beast. He's probably, in my opinion, one of the best backups in the league. Rolling into the second period, and there was a lot of saves. There was a lot of opportunities being thrown about. Pittsburgh having less of the opportunities, but save after save after save after save. Then you get into the third period, and this is where Buffalo kind of, like, they have a lot of younger guys. Like, I know they talk about it often in Pittsburgh, or like the commentators talk about it often, how Pittsburgh is the, on average, oldest team in the league when it comes to player age. And Buffalo has a lot of young guys. Like, they got some very solid veterans, but, like, they have a lot of young talent up there. You got Darlene, you got Power, you got Krebs, you got, like, Quinn, you got the Petra guy. God, butchering his last name, and I feel bad. And so on and so forth. They got a lot of younger dudes, right? So in the third period, Buffalo is obviously out-energying Pittsburgh at this point, right? Didn't matter, but about 11 minutes into the third period, Peyton Krebs had a couple decent opportunities in the second, a couple more decent in the third. Buffalo was vastly out-offensing Pittsburgh in the third period. But Zemgus Girgensons, the man who never shies away from being on the score sheet against Pittsburgh, Zemgus Girgensons, gets the puck back to Casey Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald slaps it on the net, and Peyton Krebs is standing there menacingly. And he does the, like, best representation of a tip-in, where he's just standing there and it's wide open. The net's wide open. He's got his stick right here, and it's just bing right in. For his second goal of the season, Peyton Krebs makes the game a 2-1 game. Ooh. This is where I really started noticing the barking dog fans. They were chiming in real hard after that point. But it didn't matter, because 7 minutes later, Chris Letang lays out a Buffalo player in our defensive zone, lays the man out. Brian Russ scoops the puck off the guy. The commentators are like, they're looking for a penalty. It was a clean hit. Letang just bodied this man. Just bodied him. Remember, 12 days ago, he had a stroke that everyone considered career-ending. He's out there bodying people, creating offense. Russ gets it over to Gensel. Gensel zoops up the middle a little bit. He gets it off to Crosby. Crosby is wide open. Takes it in, snaps it. 3-1 Pittsburgh. Boom. Boom. Crosby is continuing this one-man army year again for his 17th goal of the season. He officially has 21 assists, 17 goals for, is it? I am not good at math. That is 38 points in however many games. I have not counted games since, like, the beginning. I know, I'm horrible. But the Pittsburgh Penguins win 3-1 in Pittsburgh. Your 3 stars of the game are first star Sidney Crosby, obviously, because he is the captain and he is the beast. He was a beast out there. Casey DeSmith with an almost shutout, almost. He did everything and then some, but the tip in that you can't put that on him. You can't really put that on anybody. Those tip ins happen. Hockey, you got to be good to be lucky, and you got to be lucky to be good. And Chris Letang, because Chris Letang is, as I said before, a certified beast, a bona fide stud, and for some reason, the toughest man to ever play hockey, in my opinion. My opinion, don't hurt me there. 12 days, everybody. It's 12 days. He had a stroke 12 days ago. 13 if you count when this video is produced and put on YouTube. 13 days. When everyone's saying that even me, I was speculating. I was like, maybe he should hang him up. And then no, he came back 12 days later and was throwing the body. Like a true man's man. Shots on goal were in Buffalo's favor 38-31. Faceoffs in Pittsburgh's favor 54% to 45. We capitalized on 1 of 3 power plays. Buffalo didn't capitalize on any. Even penalty minutes 43-38 hits. We had 17 blocked shots. We had more giveaways by 1. We only had 8 giveaways in that game. Our giveaways are starting to come down, thank God. And we had 9-2 takeaways. But hey, that's it. This has been That Pens Fan 412, and I thank you all for watching. If you like the video, give it a like. If you dislike the video, give it a dislike. I expect honesty here, Buffalo. We've been over this yesterday and today. And the previous video that we played against you guys. We've been over this. And, yeah. Got any comments, questions, concerns? If you just want to show Chris Letang some love, drop that down in the comment section below. If you really want to, give out start doing some commenting, like Chris Letang is a beast. Throw that in the comment section. And I will see you all in the future. Peace out, everybody.